Hello YouTube, this is Bill from Little White Dory. Today I'm going to transform the multi-purpose chicken tractor, chicken brooder greenhouse from the chicken brooder and chicken tractor that I used last summer and fall, hence the roosting box, nest box, the chicken waterer, which goes down to a little cup drinker for self-filling. And we also have another little nest box over there, but the shelves up here are made for specifically holding my trays, starting trays for seeds. I think I'm going to add a little more. Probably add a section across here, maybe a section across here, and I might actually go one more layer across on the bottom. But this is first steps toward getting it ready for being a greenhouse. And I'm changing the white tarp that I used as a shade for the chickens over to the poly plastic, which looks, you know, from here it looks very white, but it's quite translucent. It's not clear, but it is a 6 mil UV treated poly. And well, I hope to get another season or two out of it. But we're just in the process of switching over. We'll show you a little more as I make progress. Okay, so we've taken the tarp off. You saw in the first video what it looked like. This second section is now with it covered in plastic, and it lets a lot more light in. But you can see, you know, it still casts a shadow, so it is blocking some light. But the amount of light that comes in and the heat that we get in here totally makes up for any lack of airtightness, I suppose, and opacity of the plastic as opposed to being clear. I don't know that there's any advantage to having something that would be clear. And this year we're just using some of these Harbor Freight clamps just to put a little clamp on a... So I'm going to move this one down, I think, a little bit. Needed quite that high, and that's just to keep the wind from blowing in and under, and keeps it somewhat airtight, watertight. It worked out really well last year. I put this up on top of my trailer, and then I have the ability to move it around to face the sun, get it broadside, and it definitely gives enough light in here. You know, it's funny, as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I guess I do wish it was a clearer plastic, but this is considered clear plastic. Maybe somebody can comment on the nitty-gritties of why it's the way it is. Now, when I use this as a chicken tractor, I have sides along here that can come up and let air in. For now, I'm just going to leave that like that, and it'll keep us with a higher temperature inside, I guess. Alright folks, that's the quick switch over from chicken tractor to greenhouse. Well, except for taking out the chicken nest boxes, which I'm going to do now. Bye-bye. Hello YouTube, Bill from Little White Dory once again. And in the background I hear the noon sirens going off, but thought I'd give a quick update on my running gear. So we've got this International Harvester Model 140. I think it's an 8-ton running gear that I paid $200 for. And with about another, I don't know, $100 or so dollars, I put a deck on it. And this is going to be the platform. That'll be a platform for whatever it winds up being. You can see I'm just accumulating some junk up here right now. But this is going to be what I'll sell my started seedlings off of. My tomato plants, peppers. I don't know what else I'm going to grow, but certainly tomatoes and peppers are a start. And what we did was we ran some 2x10s underneath lengthwise. Then ran some 2x4s horizontally across. You can see them on the ends over here. ended it on 2 foot, and then put some 3/4 exterior grade plywood as a deck, and then just trimmed it off with some more pieces of wood. My only concern right now is I may have built it so that it's a little on the watertight side, so I might wind up having to put some weeping holes in it, treat it like a sailboat, and that's it. That's what the running gear is going to look like. I plan on adding, I have some leftover plywood. I think I'll put a cap across the side just so it has a little finish to it. But otherwise, that's it. You know, I can hook it up to my tractor and pull it. Hook it up to a car and pull it. Can't go fast, but you can move it around. And it may be something I would loan out for local high school football, homecoming parades and things like that. Okay, folks, just a quick update. We did some work on the chicken tractor. Actually, it's right behind me here. We have it now set up for greenhouse effect. All right, that makes for a good greenhouse. We've got plastic all the way around. It's not exactly airtight like maybe some people would think you need it, but it's certainly a lot warmer inside there in the sunshine than it is outside here. Probably about 45 degrees outside today. Beautiful sunny day. And we're getting this ready because fairly soon I'll be putting my starts out here, getting them out from underneath lights and hardening them off a little bit. Alright, folks, we'll talk to you again. Alright, folks, spring is close enough. I'm going to take the covers off of my winter gardens and see what I've got. And these have been sitting here like this since sometime in the fall. You can see there's certainly something growing. We're going to take the covers off and take a peek. I think they're okay now to stay off. Most of this stuff is winter hardy, down to minus temperatures. But we're going to take the covers off and give them some sunshine. Alright, so the great big reveal here. Very little to reveal. Got some arugula. Got some mustard greens. And we got either more arugula or really bad looking kale. I don't know. But we're going to leave this stuff open. It'll either die or it'll come. I guess I got some collards in there too. And I threw a piece over to the chickens. And you can see that they're starting to peck away at it, which is what I planted it for. Really solely for the purpose of letting the chickens have some. Figuring if it did come, it got it. If it didn't, oh well, nothing lost. But these will be opened up now. And you can kind of get a sense of things grew in it. It wasn't a agribond or cloth. In fact, there's some kale here. We'll see now, given the sunlight and whatever else I get it. Some rain. Perhaps it'll start growing. Yeah, there's kale over here too. So just different things. Some took, some didn't. I'll pull this all clean and start fresh again this spring. What I see a lot of is the, well, you can see where I stepped. It's compressed down. But when you look over here, I would say that's from worm activity. Lots of it over the winter. As it got warm in here, critters must have come up. So we have all kinds of green stuff in here. Anyway, like I say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Didn't lose anything. So these 3 gardens will get going over the next, I don't know. Well, I think we still have a few more days of below freezing in the next like 3 or 4 days before the weekend. And then after that, I don't think we're going to see really deep frosts. Our scheduled last frost date is the end of April. So a month away, a little over a month away. And hopefully we'll get a good start on some of the cold stuff. I'll get some lettuce and replant some other stuff in here. Which means I'm going to head inside now and start planting out some transplantable kale, lettuce, and whatnot. Okay, folks, that was the big reveal. Have a good day.